Hello everybody, so I've coded a powder simulator with Java. So we have sand like this that'll just fall. And then we'll have water, which kind of levels itself out over time. Then we also have things like pumice, which just float on water because they have a lower density. And bricks, which flow in the air. Then we even have dirt, which just falls in a straight line down. And as you can see, it's displacing the water too. And any material that goes in water will do it. Here's the code for the game. So here's our main class, which has our main method, of course. And here's just our setup for our frame and JPanel. So here's our first key listener. It's just looking for if you press R, because I forgot to show that if you press R, it resets the whole map. I'll show you the method for that later. Here's our listener for motion when you're dragging your mouse, and basically it looks to see what pixel you drag on the panel and then divides it by 16 because our tiles are 16 by 16 pixels. So then it'll set it to the current material, which is a variable I have initialized it up here. It's set to 1 as default, which is sand. Then we have our timer here that's just updating the graphics. Here's how I'm storing the side panel, which has all the materials you can click. And then here's our listener for seeing where you click on the panel on the side, and then if you click there, it just sets the material to whatever material is there. Okay, here's our reset method. Basically what it does is it just goes through, and if it's an edge block, it sets it to stone. The graphics class has our graphics or map method, which just goes through and gets the number that's stored in our tile map, and then it puts the corresponding J icon for it. The icon, it sets it to a J label and then puts it on the panel. For our update class, we have this materials array, which stores all the materials that we create with classes down here. So basically we have this main abstract class, which defines everything a material has. It has type, placeholder, boot, and etc. And then it has some return methods, and then basically each of these classes just inherits that, and then you have custom info for each material, so it's easy to expand the materials. So for our update, we have some for loops that go through the tile map, and then one that goes through the materials, and so it basically checks if the materials and the tile map line up, and then it tries moving. It first uses this is valid to see if the place it's trying to move is valid, and then it actually tries moving it, where basically we just set it so that we first set a placeholder tile, and then we get rid of the first initial tile, and then once it comes to that placeholder tile again, instead of trying to move it again, because if it were to do that, then it would just go instantly down. Instead, it actually just puts the original there. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.